Hello, and welcome to our CPP Game Dev Club's Unity tutorial mini-series. Here, we'll be discussing some intermediate concepts at an easy-to-grasp pace. The goal of this series is to put together a prototype of a game. This will give you a better idea of how to efficiently use Unity and other tools for programming, art, and music. If you've never touched any of these concepts before, we highly recommend checking out the other videos on our channel, or Unity's official beginner tutorial series, as we won't be teaching you the very basics of the interface. I'll leave some links in the description below. But if you understand how to operate Unity at a basic level, give these following tutorials a shot, because they're built in a way that's easy to understand. Starting this Friday, we'll be posting a tutorial video every other week. The week after a tutorial video has been posted, we'll be alternating with a workshop video answering any questions students ask and expanding the tutorials based on suggestions. So without further ado, let's get started. The videos behind our series will explore two basic types of games. We restricted the view to 2D since 3D adds an extra axis of complexity. But don't worry, because the same knowledge can be applied to 3D as well. We wanted to make things easier with a simple platformer or top-down game that we will build. Both of these types of games use similar concepts, so we'll cover their ins and outs. Undoubtedly, the first question most people have is that there's hundreds of Unity tutorials out there, so why the heck did we make another one? To answer that, let's take a look at what most Unity tutorials do. Unity has an inbuilt physics system, and a common component which you'll see in most games is a rigid body. This can be incredibly useful with physics-based movement and adding forces to objects. If you've played games like Getting Over It or Happy Wheels, you've seen physics-based movement in action. But most 2D games like to have a feeling of tightness and control. They aim to achieve precise movement with frame-perfect inputs, setting their own gravity, velocity, and movement for many different kinds of platforms. These aren't conducive to most tutorials because they're harder to do, and people are afraid that concepts will go over beginners' heads. In fact, I only found one other tutorial on YouTube with that approach, and it was a bit too complex for the inexperienced. But we decided to take that challenge, so we won't teach you how to build a rigid body controller. We'll teach you how to build a raycast controller, using the transforms of your objects to move instead of rigid body velocity. There's math involved, but we'll explain every single step. For most of you completely new to this concept, raycasting means exactly what the word says, casting rays. If you've ever seen a sniper rifle red dot, then you've seen raycasting in action. A ray is being shot from the rifle, which is the raycast origin, to the target, the raycast destination. We can do the same thing with Unity, shooting out invisible rays from our player to detect if we're colliding with objects. If you're still a bit confused, rest assured, because we'll be exploring the meaning of what I'm talking about in much greater detail later this week. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Give us any suggestions down in the comments below, and we'll try and cover them in the future videos. See you in the next one.